me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation.
Oh, folks, Richard Moore, USAGSA. I've got another red hot snitches, rat, hater, and moral list for you to North Mississippi. And I think
I don't know how to stop.
approaching
I just go till
a
I
pretty good
drop.
list.
Whether it's working or shots, give it
All
all that I got. You can watch me work in my element. Anyone in the way is irrelevant. Wanna cross me, cool, not intelligent. Cause I don't forget shit like an elephant. Go ahead and tempt me, put it on the line and you'll come up empty. If I got time, I'm deadly. Never caught off guard, no, I'm always ready. I got a hand real steady. Look me in the eye and you'll see no hezzy. About to get real messy. I'll put you in a grave 6 feet like Kenny.
Want to y'all might want to not subscribe. I encourage you to subscribe, share, like, and my contact information is in the description of the video if you'd like to get in touch with me. Also, in the description of this video is our link tree. Take you some of the other links, platforms that wrong, including my Substack, where I've written extensively about these corrupt government programs or program and the individuals behind it, their tactics, and we put a face and a name and a deplorable criminal tactic with all that in one nice little package. And we expose the lies that this operation is built on in every city, county, state in America.
Named Jessica Stacks. She's 28 years old and was last seen on January 1st of 2021, somewhere along the Tallahatchie River in Union County, Mississippi. Jessica and her boyfriend at the time were out on a boat, according to police reports, when she reportedly got out of the boat and made her way to the riverbank. It was later on that night where Jessica was then reported missing. Her purse and her car keys were left behind in that boat. Search and rescue teams have scoured the area around the river in Union County, Mississippi, but still to this day, there has been no sign of Jessica.
This country's been ran by a militarized snitch culture. If you see something, say something. Say it, tell it. So tell it, people. We've got another word for that. That means you are a card-carrying, snitching rat. We've got out there stalking, jingling keys, directing conversations, clogging up the checkout lane, driving with your bright lights on in unison with other pathetics. You are a snitching rat. Don't come at me and try to explain to me that where's the paperwork it proves you're a snitching rat. We've got a higher and a more true standard of that paperwork. And you're looking at it, and that's the way it is. So the jury's in on that. When we call it, that's the deal. There'll be times people get it confused of what's going on. I love when the rat says, "That is bad paperwork," because the police handler gives them the talking points. Everybody knows that 2% and less of the snitches ever see paperwork. They're not just dry snitching, they're out there snitching because they've been given a pass of some sort to continue their deplorable and ungodly whatever they're doing, and you fill in the blank on that, including but not limited to turning tricks and getting high, selling dope, and everything else. The same people that have you believe that they will eradicate crime and this type of behavior and drugs and everything in their community are the same people that are introducing all these things into the community to ensure that they have permanent validation. These people that mostly are born losers, hate God, country, the Constitution, the very fabric that this nation was built on, they despise it. They operate off of moral relativity. In other words, if they say it's right, then morally that is right. None of it squares with the Word of God. These are not godly people. They'll tell you that if you will assume, but do not assume anything. Assume, well, you can assume this, that the dolls are moving. You can best believe it's a damn lie. Put your tubs out. It's going to rain on that one, folks. That's the deal. They serve a different God. They talk about a different Jesus. And the scriptures were clear. The last days, man would be tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine. A whole bunch of yeah buts. Now, according to God's word, these people, this picture of community orgasmic policing nationwide is your snapshot of wide is the gate to hell, and many will enter therein of those that's entering. When they contract and participate in these community crimes of stalking, taunting, terrorizing, operate on lies, rumors, innuendos, smear tactics, blackballing, destroying their family by leveraging their children, couldn't happen without the complicity of the other criminals that play a pivotal role in this deal. Ran by law enforcement. It's your sheriff and your chief. And whatever they're saying publicly versus what they're doing. What they're really doing is two different things. And so, for those that are targeting, for those that have been given a raw deal, and you know that there's something wrong with something right in Denmark, you should, this is not something to be joyous about, but at least maybe it will comfort you to know that God sees all of it. Their final reward is a burning hell for eternity. Somehow they believe that they've turned a new leaf. They've got dope addicts out there going to a fake church that are full-time snitching rats. What does God think about a snitch? Well, no, folks, you figure it out. Judas was the snitch, the first snitch, and he betrayed Jesus with a kiss. Now, you think that maybe God said, well, you know, I'm going to endorse a loophole and gray area the snitch deal. To see something, say something, people. Okay? And that's the deal. So, those rats out there that want to tell this old tired, wore-out story about how you're not a snitch, and nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. And you go to all this trouble to explain to people how you're not a snitch. Well, that makes me really concerned. Why does it matter? If you're not a snitch, because you're shopping at Walmart, you're doing the right thing, and you got in church, and all this other bullshit narrative that they've got you swallowing, or is it that you're having issues with the dope man? Are you having issues with bringing dope and planting dope and bringing that into the a scenario of knocking off innocent people and propping up and helping MBN and the task force sting units manufacture from 0 to 100 crimes. Maybe that affects that. And that's why you're so troubled about being named. It's hard for you to get your criminal mojo on when people like me, red-blooded Americans, we the people that believe in the rule of law and that it applies for everybody and that justice is blind and the Constitution is still in effect. And these are the very people that will pretend like that's what they stand for. And their folks, their actions speak much louder than their words. It's not what you're saying, it's what you're doing that we're looking at. And they don't stand for anything. That's the reason they will fall for anything and follow and participate. And because of a mob mentality, they believe that somehow they're doing what's right. And another 10,000, 100,000 years from now, when your miserable soul is burning and being tormented in hell, I am satisfied that part of that will be the memory of being told what you're told now. Why? Am I still talking? Why haven't they silenced Richard Moore? Because they hate him. I don't know why. Folks, I'd like to know why. 1,000 plus 1,000 plus 1,000 and on and on and on that have vowed to do everything under the sun to stop something they can't seem to stop. Now, that's how infallible these fools are. They actually believe that hog shit they're trying to get other people convinced and take it. So, without any further ado, folks, if you're not in these areas I've named, I encourage you to share it to those areas, because let me tell you, people that are having their property stolen, the thefts in the retail markets, the rapes, the trafficking, all these things. Let me tell you, how much of it's manufactured? The majority of it. The majority of it. The idea of law enforcement, an investigator out there beating the streets and investigating, taking notes and questioning people and all that stuff, it's something y'all saw on TV. That's not what the deal is. In order for this machine to work, we've got to have all the proper ingredients. And it doesn't matter if that crime is not that area, just hold your horses, it will be there. And they'll demonize somebody locally that got a clue what the hell's going on, and they'll get their orgasmic swarm on until further notice. And they're the ones creating the crime in order to give them something to do to fight the crime. It used to be just that you had a problem with the fire department, especially volunteer fire departments, where you get some lord-ass loser, pyromaniac out there starting fires, run back home to hear the call, he can jump over the fire engine and blow them whistles. And when they're not doing that, for no reason, they'll run and scream up and down the road because they've got somebody they don't like, happens to be doing something that showed yourself in public. How dare them? Case in point, Fulton, Mississippi, volunteer fire department. And those boys need to volunteer for a lot of things. I mean, they've had maybe one, possibly two legitimate fires in all of Itawamba County in the last 5 years. So what else are they doing? It seems that nobody wants to question that. The other fires, you know, it's fires that they intentionally started. I mean, folks, this is not satire. This is what the deal is. Y'all know what it is. So let's start with Lee County. And we have Snitches and Rats. We're going to have Lee County, Monroe County. And Monroe County, let me tell you what, we got some bell ringers coming. This is no holds barred coming for Monroe County. this sleepy little planned railroad town that is as nutty and weird as the most screwed up fruitcake you can imagine. Anybody's been through there or lives there knows that. That's strange, odd, and different. It just does not quite cover what they are not able to put your finger on. And I'm going to help y'all put your finger on what's going on there. And then, let's see, we got Monroe County, Lee County, and this Lee counties. And of course, Etowah County. So here we go. We'll start with Lee County. Dustin Wildman, snitching rat. That's the deal. Some of you may have heard him recently get arrested and knocked in the head on the fentanyl deal. And of course, he's snitching to work out the kinks out of that deal. But let's take it to proper perspective. Wherever that dope come from, whether it was official dope from a badge or unofficial bit of dope from somebody working for somebody with a badge, either way, we'll never get the straight of it. But Dustin was snitching long before that, okay? He did just turn into a snitch, it's the point I'm trying to make. And so, folks, that's what's going on there. Let's see here. I won't say this one for last. We're going to roll through here. And these are Monroe County, and we're going to have to assume that Etowah, Lee, Jigsaw, and Lounge is also working in this deal because these folks, of course, they move around like nothing you've ever seen. And it's spot, you know, you spot some of the main ones pretty easy. Usually ones that they'll show up at your house that have not one but two cell phones with no service, and feverishly texting and communicate with other people. And I can't understand why other people don't see a problem with all that right there. Okay, I mean, folks, that just goes on people's head. All right, and that's the kind of thing I want. That's a showstopper. Okay, is first what's really going on. And he came over here for me to watch you operate with a phone in each hand. Going good damn well. Neither one of them straight talk Walmart, cracked up, beat up damn deals and got service. And it's dinging like a damn dinner bell. Folks, y'all know what the deal is. And we get down there at Barry Hatchet Hamilton, folks, is a hotbed of snitching rats that somehow thought that they have dodged the snitch show. And you had. Now, I can't get to everybody at one time, but I got you now. So here we go. Farron Coleman, a.k.a. Yogi, snitching rat. Brianna Gray, snitch. Elijah Seabrooks, snitching rat. Boyce Sanders, snitch. Lisa Rogers White, snitching rat. Daryl Wrigley, snitching rat. On up the road, Crystal Owens. I'll let y'all finish the rest of that. You got it. Knocking heads clean off their shoulders. Has been and will continue. See another one, it ain't nothing new. How in the world these rats continue to thrive is because, folks, some of y'all are not doing your job and doing your public service. This is the public service USAGSA, and we're supported by the listeners and viewers and followers. But I rely on that to do what I'm doing, and I also rely on you to do what you need to be doing and make sure that the public at large be on high alert for these characters. And let's see here. This is Lee, and then one by, I believe, Candy. Let's see. Okay, Painter. Snitching, Rat. Ben Taylor. Snitching, Rat. And then we've got about the most disgusting one that's been on here in a while. Not only has this person made it her life's goal and ambition to see it and say something, tell something, and snitch it and switch it, but the neighbors have complained about the ungodly stench of cat piss and shit that is oozing out of her house, and she's got the audacity to publicly call names, like calling somebody schizophrenic or something else. I thought it should be illegal for people to use words that they can't spell, nor can they define. It's just they heard one of their Kool-Aid partners at the community center site. And furthermore, I also don't think that you are not able to properly clean your ass, and other people complaining about it. You got no position to be talking about anybody else and using words that you can't spell. And who am I talking about? That's in Lee County, and that's Heather Hodge. That's a deep H on that Hodge, and I think we've got her a clock stopping, train stopping, lightning stopping picture on the cover there, folks. And folks, that's tonight's show. Until next time, God bless you.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking